A very good morning. It's Friday. Friday, my favorite day of the week because I can exercise, if you want to call it that, at my leisure. So I don't need to look at the time. As long as I'm back before 12, it's all good. Right, so this could be a fairly long video, so I'm not gonna speed walk. I will saunter along leisurely as I record. So, I'm prone to lying awake at night, contemplating my next move at the gym. Well, not at the gym because I don't actually use the gym. I won't set foot in the gym before June. Right, so June to August, I will do whatever I need to do upstairs in the gym. Otherwise, I will be in the pool. So I was minding my own business, contemplating what maneuvers I was going to do today in the pool. Given that I won't be going on Saturday or Sunday, I'm taking those 2 days completely as rest days. Even if I do use the sauna, I won't be doing any exercise at all. So, come on, car. That's looking through. Yes, so there I was at almost 2 o'clock in the morning, looking forward to this time when I'm on the road, when to those who understand, they will understand. To those who don't, won't. When God uttered something to me. But I'm gonna go backwards before I come back to that. So I mentioned those foolish, deluded women who ventured over to Facebook. I believe it was Tuesday. It was during the night of Monday and right through until Wednesday morning in the AM. So these women were there batting for their overweight friend who is a model, plus size model. But there is plus size and there is plus size, because you can be big but firm. But if you're big and you've got a belly hanging down, as the one man observed, all the women were saying how stunning and gorgeous she was, and only one man spoke truth. And anyway, you know the story because I've already shared the video. So that said, obviously there's some kind of delusionment going on there. If those women who claimed I was jealous can actually believe that somebody who looks like me, even at my almost 58 years old age, would be jealous of somebody who is probably half my age who looks like that. Right, so anyway, so they play the jealousy card. So obviously, if you're going to actually believe that I could be jealous of somebody who has a belly hanging down, and I'm sure there are people who will take offense at this because they've got friends who've got bellies hanging down, or family members who have bellies that are hanging down, or themselves have got bellies hanging down. And this is the society we live in. People can't hear what you're saying. They have to take offense because feelings triumph over truth. Right, so that said, I began to do some research into women, why women lie to one another, deceive one another, and drag one another down. And well, first of all, there's pride. Pride is the number one if you want to call it sin. Pride is what will get people, well, you can't back down. You must be right. So, this is why we got cancel culture and so on. So, anyway, so obviously it comes from a dark place. If somebody is wanting to call day night and night day. This is like me out here dressed like this, telling you it's a nice a warm summer morning, and trying to persuade you that I'm out here in my shorts and belly top when you can clearly see that I'm dressed like this, right? So anyway, I digress slightly, but you get the point. It's when something is obvious. Somebody has obviously got a belly hanging down, and you would say somebody is jealous of that, right? So you've got to ask yourself, what spirit are these women under for them to make such claims when it is as obvious, as I said, as me wearing t-shirts and shorts? To me, compared to me dressed like this, I've got 5 layers on my head to keep the warmth, the heat in. 1 second. Yes, so anyway, so that's where I was coming from, because obviously, like I said, women lie to one another, women drag one another down. So I'll come back now. So I wasn't even thinking about that at this point. I was looking forward to going to the pool and sauna and steam room and doing what I do. Doing a hard session, in fact, to cover me until Monday. When God made the point that the reason why my sister, who has a degenerative neurological disorder, is getting better is because I'm the one in charge of her for the last 3 years. Just me. I'm the only one she wants to look after her, because she knows that I will protect her from harm. When I say from harm, from her being carted off to residential care under my watch. That can't happen. So you would have to be a very brave person to try that maneuver. Right, so she is actually getting better. This is what God pointed out. Because the level that I operate at is off the charts, basically. And therefore, even at my lowest standard, I would still be dragging her up. If it be the case, like for example when the social worker was coming around, who has no clue, they operate on a completely different plane. If it had been the case that he had succeeded in persuading her to move into a care home, I know, and she knows, that she would have died already, because she would have been at the mercy of people with dirt poor standards who have no idea. Because even when the occupational therapist was coming around to visit, this is like, we're talking like a year and a half ago, her suggestion was to accommodate my sister where she is, to help her to live at that level. Now, when she came out of hospital in, I think it was November 2020, having spent 8 weeks in there, she was unable to feed herself. And by degrees, I wouldn't say I forced her to feed herself, but I started off by feeding her, and I started to give her things that she could eat by herself without my help. even though it was a struggle. And gradually now she's eating, and she doesn't make, sometimes the things fall on the floor, but it's very rare nowadays. Half the food used to go on the floor to begin with. Now, like for example, if she's eating a bunch of grapes, she might drop one or two. I don't take them off the vine. I leave them so that she can do that herself. I don't make it easy because I've had people come to visit and they're sort of fussing and making it easy, wanting to take the grapes off for her. You don't help people that way. I could say, people would sit there and pray to God and ask Him to give them health and strength while lying in bed, while eating junk food. I never, ever ask God to do that. If I'm ill at that point, especially if I don't feel, I wouldn't say very ill, but if I feel bad, if I feel really bad, I will just literally challenge Him to kill me or cure me. I keep it, that's the level, the sum total of my prayer. I do what I have to do for myself, and what I cannot do, I expect Him to do. So He made that point to me that the only reason why she's getting better is because I am not there dragging her down, accommodating her at the level that she was. Because even when the physiotherapists were visiting back in early to mid 2021, even then they were surprised at how well she was doing. I never gave her the opportunity to remain an invalid, if you like. So as I'm going shopping for the weekend, just to pick up grapes and other things. She has a bunch of grapes every day, black grapes. So I asked her if there's anything in particular she wants. And she asked me, her speech isn't all that, but if you listen carefully and she repeats, you will understand. And what she wanted was for me to buy a couple of items for the two carers as thank you for the work they've done looking after her for this year. We don't do Christmas, neither do the carers, but it's just a token. That's what she asked me to do. So on the way back I will pick up those items, and when the carers come this evening and in the morning, two separate people, I will give them the gifts on her behalf. So she's got all her faculties. Good morning. She has all her faculties. And imagine her in a care home where people are treating her as though she is incapable. Right, so this is where we're at. Depending on our level, we're either going to drag people down with us or we're going to lift them up. Not necessarily because the level that I operate at, usually when sometimes people get excited to meet me and try to walk with me and then find they can't and they turn around hating me, right, or at least resenting me. But my sister knows that whatever I'm doing, it is not for her detriment. It is to improve her. So she is improving literally because I have higher standards, and that's what God pointed out. Anyways, I'm at the gym now, so I'm going to bid you a good Friday. Take care, look after yourselves. Bye-bye.